Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to review the pilot episode of the brand new AMC TV series The Terror, a series that stars Jared Harris, who you may recognise as playing Professor Moriarty from the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movies, the second one, Game of Shadows, and Kieran Hines, who you will recognise from Harry Potter and Game of Thrones. And this series tells the tale of the fated Arctic voyage where they set off to search for the Arctic's treacherous northwest passage. Just read that out because I couldn't remember. And basically they were Arctic explorers and they were off to find the Arctic passage to find the safe way through. It's based on a book, which I didn't realise, and the voyage is actually existed, it happened, and it was fateful, and it did vanish. So they set out to the Arctic, these two ships with veteran crews trying to find the Arctic passage, and they completely disappeared. And this series actually focuses on how they disappeared. And apparently what got my interest into watching this series is it's some kind of monstrous predator that takes them out, I suppose. Now, the first episode, the pilot episode, typically doesn't do or show a lot. However, what I really liked about this pilot episode is it set the scene, it introduced you to characters, it didn't rush, it took its time. The setting was really realistic, it felt really authentic, very authentic, and top-notch performances by everybody. You know, you felt that these guys had been at sea for a while. You know, the conditions looked awful for everybody but the officers. It's the usual divide where the officers are sat, eating beef soaked in wine, and everybody else is living in shit and squalor basically beneath them. And they get that across really, really well in this series. It looks like it's filmed beautiful, the cinematography looks great, and it's all set up really, really well. You've got Jared Harris, who's playing the clever captain. He's the captain of the second ship, and you've got Kieran Hines, who's the captain of the first ship, but is actually in charge of both. Really, he's a sir. He's been knighted in the UK, so he's the big honcho here. And ultimately, the conditions are terrible for sailing in, obviously, because it's all ice and sea and freezing cold. And near the end of the episode, Kieran Hines, who plays Josh Franklin, makes a dangerous decision basically. Even though he's advised by Jared Harris not to, he gives him an alternative. He says, look, this is getting dodgy now where we're at. If we go down this way, we can wait it out till spring, until the thaw starts happening, and we can carry on. And Franklin, Kieran Hines' character, says no, we're going to carry on. It's only 2 weeks, we're going to get there, no problem. And from Jared Harris's reaction, that seems to be a massive mistake. And the episode ends basically with them stuck in ice, completely stuck in ice, and that's it. They're stuck there for the winter, it looks like. So the episode kind of finishes with everybody kind of battening down the hatches and getting ready for a very cold winter, using the stiff upper lip of the UK, if you like. And this is probably where it's going to kick off as the episodes go on in regards to the horror elements of this series, which I'm really excited to see, because they've done the hard bit at the beginning. They've introduced us. There's some realistic characters, some characters you don't like, some that potentially you may be rooting for, and now they're going to bring in the horror. So I was really impressed with the first episode of this, and I think, as with my X-Files series, I've reviewed every episode of the X-Files. I think I'm going to do the same with this. There's only 10 episodes in the first season, so I think I'm going to review every episode of this because I want to continue watching it. And if you're interested in this, like an authentic horror show, then I think you may well find something here to enjoy too. It's superbly made, high quality stuff, and I'm hoping the scares live up to it too.